I can listen to this in a couple of months and hear the wisdom of my friend. Послушать могу это и понять что-либо не кто-либо-нибудь. То-либо-нибудь. Эти три слова пишутся через черточку. То-либо-нибудь. Кто-то через черточку. Кто-либо, кто-нибудь. Все это через черточку. Хорошее правило. То-либо-нибудь. Так вот. У меня мысль такая, сейчас с ним посоревноваться, ну. Я не думаю, он захочет. И он не в таком состоянии духовном. See, once you're so ahead of me, I thought I'm gonna offer this guy to race, but I don't think you're in a racing state.
I race here to slow it down. I run to stand still.
I feel you. I feel you. I got questions. This is my question. I'll be turning 50 in today's 14th. Yeah. My ex is gonna turn 50 in 6 days, and I in 11. So I have 11 days of 40s, and then that's it. And you're already 50? 51. That's an interesting number to pass. So this is what I want to hear, some wisdom. I'm making a movie, by the way, which is what I normally do when I meet a source of wisdom such as you. Now, having said that, for these 5 years I've been blissfully free, enjoying the freedom, solitude, whatever, all that stuff. Now I have had an honor and a pleasure of meeting many lovely ladies, and more importantly even than that, touching people and getting touched myself by this newly found energy that I seem to have acquired. Look at this, look at these, look at the language, huh? It's like I'm writing a book. So the question I have is, in your opinion, how can I better the approach? Because both of these areas, first being sharing my energies with people and understanding people better, because it's a challenge to understand people these days in a newly found paradigm that I am in. For me to get people or tolerate people, I should say, is a challenge, which I would like to somehow figure, because it's great to be all enlightened, but not so great to be alone. And the more enlightened people become, I don't mean to say I'm enlightened, but the more truth you feel, the lonelier it gets.
I heard something funny about enlightenment. It says you want to see how enlightened you are? Go spend a week with your parents.
Exactly.
Because then all of a sudden you will revert to some childhood.
Oh, even that phrase. I would love that.
Three things that I want to touch on. One, you mentioned your ex. One, you mentioned freedom. And one, you mentioned love and touch. Let's go in order. Freedom.
Freedom.
You know, there is a concept where you have the ability to do what you like and to do whatever, whenever. Is that freedom? Or do people take it as loneliness?
To do what you like. See, I love talking to you, because there's so many definitions of...
Can I finish? Because I'll forget.
I'm sorry, yeah.
My mind. But this, I think, is the most important.
Which one?
this is the most important for you as you embrace going into this cyclical Mayan understanding, 365 days, 50 years, whatever we call it, sunrises.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay? We think that people give us love. And what's happening is really within us.
Of course.
So therefore, we already have it in us. We seem to parlay that onto somebody else's head for them to be the vehicle, and depends upon how that vehicle rides dictates how our loving feeling is feeling. Are we in pain? Are we suffering? So we realize that we've got it all as most elated and as happy as you've ever been. That came from you, seeing it, thinking you see it in somebody else, but it came from you. So you've always got it in you. So if we keep looking for somebody to give us that feeling again, what a waste of time.
It is.
You've already got it within you.
It is.
So can't look for somebody else to touch or to feel.
It is.
To have that feeling of love.
Buddha says hello.
I don't know, I missed it.
That's very true. But following that thought, then there's no need to have a woman near you. Or anyone for that matter. Which negates our social beings.
I think for the sake of language, you said no need.
Why would someone go through trouble of all the sacrifice that one has to put?
Because that foolish person has leveraged themselves out in ways and placed expectations on others that they shouldn't.
Matthew, you're right. In one respect, of being desperate, of looking desperately for something to complete, like people say.
It's already standing on the
It's
board.
already standing. That's true. At the same time, people say, "Oh, I'm looking. I need."
You're almost slapping the face of the right of the Creator.
Right.
By saying, okay,
But saying I need something more. So people who are desperately or very needy.
That's a hard word. It's not desperate. Let's go passionate, hungry.
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 Yes.
Hungry is cool. Desperate is scary.
I chose a stronger word than I had to. Hungry, need.
ambitious,
How about the
loving.
needy? Needy.
Needy's ugly too.
No, but I'm
You
saying
know what? You're wanty.
No,
You're
but
not
he-
needy. You want. I'm wanty.
what I'm trying to say to you is what you're saying is to repair people who are needy, who are in despair, who
You're
feel.
arrogant to think you're going to repair anybody. Lead by example. Just love. Love. It takes
Love what?
lifetimes to figure out what somebody needs.
Hold on. Oh, I tell you what somebody needs. Those are basic needs. And Buddha is great by saying, if you need, you missed it. Because when you say I need, that means you don't understand that you have everything. I get that. Believe me. You don't have to believe me.
When you get it, well, what's the problem then?
Well, let me tell you what the problem, because it contradicts. On a certain level, it contradicts human existence. Because we do need things.
We
To-
think we do. Maybe that's the
Okay,
lie.
but here are,
That's the original fork in the road that you go the wrong way.
again, I'll tell you why I mean it. I speak to you on a physiology level.
Procreation, spreading the seed,
Right.
passing it along.
Right.
And then get your head in the middle of it and fuck it all up with a relationship.
Okay, see, again, let's not fuck it all up before we even started doing it. Look at, it's a very easy concept to understand. If you look at nature, look at all the living creatures, animals, which we are, and even plants, and humans for millions and billions.
There's so much parallel between us and other beasts, but some fly, some swim. We have some innate differences.
And that's one of the biggest misconceptions. So I'll relate to you what I mean. If I'm gonna say, hey, I want to fly like what's this guy's name? Icarus. He wanted to fly, and the father told him, don't go too crazy. We got the wings, but don't go too high. We already got the wings. No, but he wanted. You know the story. He got burned. His wings got burned. So that's what you're saying. You're right.
I wasn't saying. I was just saying we have differences. You know, because I think you're trying to say, look at the animal world, look at all what they do.
Let me ask you something. Do you think, or do you feel that I understand what you're saying?
I don't know. To be honest with you.
Great. So let me, this is a very important point in the conversation. Let me illustrate to you how I understand what you're saying, because I feel that I understand what you're saying, yet I can't say the same about the other way. So in a particular paradigm that you're speaking, you are right, such as, for example, people are needy, people are desperate, some people need a couple, some people need a woman, a man, or make a baby. Oh, I need. This is what I need to find a job. All these material things in the material world, like the Madonna used to say, they're just that, they're material things. Ultimately, none of them can give people that sense of harmony that they're so dearly earning. Temporarily, well, just like a cigarette. Yeah, people have a cigarette and it feels good, but then an hour later they want another one. It's just like that. So of course, on a very deep existential level, we are complete as single beings. You should be, and this is the point of that Buddha tries to make when he speaks like that. Lao Tse, all these people say that this is a completely Eastern philosophy, what you're saying. This is opposite of this hunger and quest for greatness that Western philosophy is so famous for. Let's go, let's do this. Like Nike says, just do it. Take it easy. You don't have to do anything. Just relax, like Buddha. See, so you are right now speaking in favor of Eastern thought. This is a huge difference between East and the West. Now, let's understand the limitations of both, because they're both incomplete. Because on a level that you're saying, yes, you're right. If someone's desperate, oh, 5 years I got divorced and I'm still alone, I haven't found a woman, and I have this newly found energies that the people don't accept, I sound very needy and very frustrated, which by the way I am to an extent. But at the same time, I should be harmonious and should be content, which I hope I am, because if I'm unhappy, then I'm missing the point. But at the same time, if you read Dale Carnegie, and I'll tell you where things go sideways on this, because I've actually investigated this subject, because even he's wrong in what he's saying. Even he's wrong. But he says the very human characteristic, the very human nature earns to be significant. That's just a very, very human nature. That's what separated us from animals. See, animals, he gives a perfect example of a pig farm that he grew up. His friend had a pig farm. His father, the friend's father, ran a pig farm in Idaho somewhere. That was the best pig farm in Idaho, and every year they won prizes for being the best pig farm, and the pigs were the best. So the father of his friend was extremely proud, and at dinners he would show all these trophies that he got. He said, look at my pig farm. Now he says, what do you think about the pigs? Did they care? Absolutely not. They were fine. They didn't care one way or the other if they were the best in Idaho or the second best. But to him it was an accomplishment. He felt the meaning, one of the meanings of his life was being fulfilled.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go. Where are we? So you see, that's a human endeavor. And if you ask, huh?
For most.
No, you see, no. So this is, we need to get our bearings synchronized. Not for most, for all. And I'll tell you why I say for all. Because I thought of, we're all different, some fly, some crawl. No, we all walk. For a couple of million years, we're walking. So if you see a man crawling, hey, something wrong with the guy. He ain't supposed to be crawling unless he's less than 1 year of age. After 1, gotta be walking. Because we're human and we walk. That's what actually also separated us from chimps, because they don't reliably walk. Having said that, that's as a human nature. Universally, and I can prove it to you if you ask children. See, children are those windows to the human nature, because they'll tell you. They haven't read books. They haven't been polluted by all the cosmic boogie woogie whatever. No, they just feel nature. So you ask a kid, what do you want to be? And girls and boys will tell you different. You know what girls say? And I ask, many. I have 4 of my own. So,
Be a mom.
huh?
They want to be a mother.
They want to, first of all, no. See, they got this priority straight. They want to
queen.
they want to marry a prince. And love the prince, just like the old.
But they got that idea from the garbage.
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. Because according to the ancient writings of Hindus and Bible, the lady's mission here, the first and foremost, is to love her men. She actually charges her being through the first chakra of her men, because her own chakra is. What do you want?
Let's go out this way, because by the time it might get a little squirrely.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, never mind. He's cutting over.
Let me tell you something. All this is irrelevant where we go. We're gonna come back. I go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles, and it's all good. Not, especially a day like this, currents are negligible. This boat will see us from a mile away. All I'm trying to say to you is this: a girl that hasn't been screwed with yet. She says, "Yeah, I want to marry, want to fall in love with the prince, and I want to have beautiful babies, have a beautiful family." That's number one. That's what most normal. That's all normal girls will say that. Until they're like 7, 8, 9, 10, then they got the silly career ideas. But the second thing that they'll say after this, they say, I want to be a star. I want to be a diva. I want to be a singer, actress, but not like some backup singer. Oh no. You're concerned with the currents?
No, I just gonna stay out here and go that way.
What's with that way?
Parallel to the ocean.
Anyway, see, to me, it has no relevance where we go. It's all good. This is all good. Having said that, you see what?
I do that for the sun.
So you see what I'm saying? A girl will say, I want to be a star, and not just like a backup singer. No, she wants to be a star, a diva, like Whitney Houston, like Madonna, like Marilyn Monroe, a star. And that's natural, because we all want to be stars. Now, boys, they have this thing reversed. First, they say, I want to be a star. I want to be Michael Jordan, like I used to. I want to be Maradona. I want to be a Ronaldo, Messi. I want to be, and not like a defender. Oh, no. Nobody wants to be a defender or a goalkeeper. No. That goes when they're like 10 or 12. They become a little bit more humble. Now, when they're 4, 5, 6, 7, they just brazenly, brashly, or whatever you want to call this, star-bound, which they should be. They say, hey, I want to be a president. I want to be a movie star. Star. That's natural. We all want to be stars, naturally. That's what humans want to be. Now, chimps don't want to be stars. That's what separates us and all the other animals. That's why you see this. That's why chimps, when we show that, we teach chimps, we even teach them to speak. Once in the blue moon, we got a Jewish chimp who gets a little interested. He kind of gets like into it, but that's very rare. Usually they just don't, literally, they don't show interest, which we think like it. We'd get impressed if aliens came and had like a seriously different civilization, higher. Like this is definitely higher than chimps, you know, development-wise. But chimps don't show any interest. They said, whatever, that's not our thing. And they do their thing for millions of years. Now, second thing that boys say, hey, I want to have a family, I want to have children, I want to have sons, daughters, I want to have a good wife. They say that. So you see, it's innately built in as a natural mechanism. They don't say, oh, I want to be self-actualized, sit under the tree, meditate, and just absorb the boogie boogie, the cosmic. No, that's a bunch of diarrhea in the head. That a person who's been so fucked with by all the craziness, now he just wants to meditate his ass off. But that's because he's screwed. His brain is like all over the place. His brain is thinking, should we go that way? Should we go that way? Should we go there with the sun, with the current, with the boat? See, that's a lot of garbage that we all have. Now, garbage like that, and people forget that first and foremost, for millions and billions of years, on a cellular level, is reproduction. We need to fucking multiply. And if we don't, I told you, evolution will literally become extremely annoyed. Well, it's not gonna get annoyed. It's gonna make us annoyed, and we will kill ourselves. It'll make us get rid of ourselves because we are violating evolutionary law, which is billions of years old. As long as we've been here on a cellular level, cells are driven to multiply. That's it. Survive to. The Bible says and. Well, not even and. Survive to multiply. That is the law of the evolution. That's the Mother Nature. You don't get any bigger goddess than that. She's the goddess of all goddesses. So, when people don't do it, as I told you before, they waste resources that other people that are geared normally could use and multiply, which angers evolution. And number two, they give a wrong example to the bystanders, to the surroundings. You see, so there's a double crime. So then those people are practicing what's called mortido. They're unconsciously killing themselves by not doing things that evolution has made them programmed to do. And they smoke and they drink and they engage in very, very toxic, seemingly fine on a surface, but really toxic inside relationships, which hastens their demise. Because toxic relationship is worse than a cigarette. It's worse than alcohol. It's a silent killer. It's a silent destroyer. If you think of being with a lady who's over 40, being exclusive, no wonder the balls will shrivel, because there's no need for those balls to be active, because the balls chose to be with a menopausal lady. So then what's the point for the energy to flow that way? That energy should be locked down forever. That's it. Oh, then the man doesn't feel well. He needs to do a little Buddha. He needs to do a little meditation, Vipassana, whatever the fuck. No, he's fucked. Because his first rule of survival, which is reproduction, he's violated it. That's it. That's the first chakra. That's the body. If he violates a basic need, he's screwed. He's screwed no matter what paradigm you're gonna use, or gestalt, or ideology, or religious confession, belief, or whatever system. Because these systems have been around for billions of years, not like 5 minutes of Christianity or 7 minutes of Judaism. Oh, no, no. There's no society that's involved in this. This is your cellular level, your chromosomes. And you fuck with them. You, as Tony Montana said, you fuck with me, you fuck with the best. You don't want to fuck with your chromosomes, because they'll just, our chromosomes, they don't forgive that. They'll just shrivel and die on us. That's it. Then you wonder why we are sick. That's why. That's first and foremost. Now, if I start talking shit like this in my medical office, they'll kick me out, because they're sitting there smoked up, drank up, obese, you know, Catholic, praying on 15 different pills. What am I gonna explain to them? That they need to have a young 18-year-old therapist? I try to hint at that. And then the ones who know, they smile. And the wives who are sitting next to them, they don't smile. So now you see, we've taken ourselves from what you were saying to like a few billion years depth. Now you're not wrong. If a person is completely flipping because he's so desperate, of course you're right. Let's just do Bob Marley. Don't worry about a thing. Everything, it's gonna be alright. You don't worry about a thing. I tell all the people come to my office, let's sing some Bob Marley. How does he say about the let's get together and be alright together? See, he doesn't say let's get old.
He who feels it knows it.
Oh, but he said the right words. Let's be together. We are the world. We, not I am the world. No. Oh, I'm fine by myself. Oh, you're screwed if you think that way. Because we need each other. Oh, we need each other. We need to survive forever and ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony.
Side by
Side on my piano.
keyboard.
Oh Lord, why don't we? Beautiful. All the songs, especially kids songs, talk about friendship, being together. Soviet Union was great about that because every song was about, hey, we are together. We are great. We're friends. Friendship is the thing. Without friends, you're screwed. Without love, you're screwed. You are, and I am. So I want to hear what you think about what I just said, because it's not negating what you're saying. It's just taking us a little bit deeper into the.
You spoke of evolving.
Huh?
You said that you used the term evolving. So
Evolution.
Evolution. And so what is evolution? Evolution is constant change.
See how you know what you're doing right now? It's called sophism, and you're a great sophist. Do you know this whole sophist movement in ancient Greece?
I've never read. I haven't read any books in my life.
Well, yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I
yes,
didn't.
you did.
I read 2.
Oh, there you go.
Sidewalk ends. It's a poetry. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. And Hannibal. That's it. So what were you saying? Sophism?
No, sophism. From there, the word comes sophisticated.
Oh, would you spell it?
S-O-P-H-I-S-M. Sophism.
Okay.
So when people start saying,
So
what?
Let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in reference to the evolution, you say our primal, our genetic or molecular direction is the reproduction. Okay? So yes, that is a part of the boogie.
See?
But how can you deny yourself that if you're getting in your head or you're not placing so much emphasis on that, are you being a great team player for the population growth, or are you actually taking your vehicle to higher, different limits?
It's not related to what you're saying at all. Population is of no concern to you. Population is not directly involved in your decision.
About the team, the together.
Not that way. Not that way. You care about the team when your basic needs are met. When your basic needs are met, you care about the team. Just like in the plane, they say, in a case of emergency, the mask will fall out.
I think just to summarize my armchair analysis on potentially where our initial or perceived communication is coming to a crossroads is that you place all emphasis on the relationship.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good, because I just see an amazing.
You're seeing something that it's not. I'm telling you about the priorities of life. What comes before what? If you study chakras, you'll see you cannot work on your third or fourth chakra having a first one screwed, because that's the base. You cannot build a building starting from the third floor. No, it's gonna get a weak foundation, it's gonna collapse.
And also, just a quick analysis, it's nice when you speak in conviction, you can do this, you can't do the chakra. How the fuck, you know?
I'll explain.
Really know?
So I explain.
Okay.
It does pay to be a physician, because there are rules. Physiology has
It
rules.
has been taught to you by mortal man.
Again, you see how, so now everything that I'll say, you can cast doubt on it. And that's what sophists do. Oh, but how do you know? Say, read Socrates. Well, Socrates is another guy. He could be wrong. He
How about
could.
The more I see, the less I know. It seems like.
See how you interrupt, but go ahead. You say what you think, and I will listen. I will not interrupt. Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, because when I start saying, the reason why you interrupt is because you have a lot of thoughts.
No, it's because I'm scared I won't be able to share with you because I forget.
Oh, absolutely. I don't forget.
I do.
You know why you forget? You lie too much. Lying is extremely expensive function. You stress too much. Stress is because there's too much conflict in you. Conscious, 5-10% of it is conscious. 90% of your conflict is subconscious. Your psyche is in conflict with your physiology. Your spiritual being is in conflict with your mental state. There's many conflicts. That's why conflicts need resolution. So you have engines dedicated to resolving your conflicts. Of course, you have no capacity to remember, or I should say it's severely undermined. I can show you a quick little thing how we can calm ourselves into this interesting little 1 or 2 minute endeavor. It's a memory game. Most people, when I say nah, I don't want to play no memory game, but I hope that you have enough strength for just 1 minute of entertainment. So check this out. You say a word, any word, preferably should be a noun, like usually an object is the best thing. Like, for example, I'll start us off, ocean. So the game is, you have to repeat my word and say your word. And we'll just keep going, keep adding words, repeating the previous ones and adding a next one. And you'll see how your brain will start to heat up. So I said ocean, your turn.
Esophagus.
So again, I recommend you speak very simply, but that's okay. So just say the ocean or ocean. We have to repeat what was said before. That's what makes it a memory game. So you should say ocean, esophagus. Okay, now my turn. Ocean, esophagus, finger. Your turn.
Ocean, esophagus, finger, bag.
Back?
Bag.
Oh, bag. Okay, bag like that one. Okay. Ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, star.
Ocean, esophagus, bag.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Finger.
So now we're only what? How many words? Ocean, esophagus, finger, back. 5 words. Usually people, we can go on if you'd like, but you see how it's I go up to 40, 45 because I know what I'm doing.
Incredible.
Because I'm not stressed, you see.
Oh, I am.
Well, then how do you, this is what I realized this with a lady a couple of weeks ago. We were arguing about, of all people, Socrates, and she kept convincing me that she read some of him. Like, for example, you didn't read Socrates, right?
I told you I read,
Right. So you're at least willing to admit ignorance.
Oh, full on.
Right. So she was being conceited, saying, "Oh no, I read some. It's a little philosophical little trick, asking people if they ever read anything that Socrates wrote. It's an impossibility because the guy never wrote. So people fall into it because he's so famous. Yeah, I read something in high school. I say, no, you did not. You're a liar. Oh no, how do you know? I say, I know because of that. Oh, you tricked me. I said, well,
But what if they read something that somebody wrote down that he said?
But I said, did you read anything to a person that Socrates wrote? It's called the Socratic paradox. He never wrote on purpose. Just like Lao Tzu. Until the very end of Lao Tzu's life, he was almost like coerced to write a book. The Tao, book of Tao. But anyway, so the point is, I told the lady, now she's back in the hospital after she drank herself again to not a good thing. She has a drinking challenge. She's only in her early 20s. I met her in the hospital as a patient. So we've developed a certain amount of friendship, and I'm trying to share with her how not to at least drink anymore. So having said that, we were arguing, and she's just very, very conceited, arrogant 22-year-old who thinks she knows. Living with mom, no relationships, no children, obviously. So I realized, why am I arguing with her? She will argue anything I say. Like, for example, you will say, oh, but how do you know chakra this? Well, if you study them, you'll see the basis. Do you know you cannot build a building without a foundation? How do you know? Well, try it. Right now, if I start standing on one foot, I know I've tried it, and I know I can, because this is very complicated. Or if I take my paddle this way, well, and I'll paddle, it's gonna work, but it's not gonna work as well, because I know how paddles work. See, it's still working, but I even feel like it's pulling me toward inside, because we're supposed to hold it this way. So there are some laws of physics that we cannot, if we want to deny them, we should go right ahead. We just suffer. So the lady was hurt. Her body was hurt. She was not well. Her mental state was extremely sabotaged by anxiety and depression. So now I feel similarly about you. So how do we have these arguments about the higher levels of higher universes when our shit is all fucked up? Believe me, I'm depressed as well, but I'm aware of it more than you. And I know that I'm fucked. But you, in some ways, have a bit of a deeper challenge than I, but you're not as aware of it. The symptom that you get is can't concentrate, memory shot, sleep is not as good, body is not feeling as good as it should. So your body is already feeling the effects of your spiritual, emotional challenges. So once and look, we don't have to even record these things, because this can get very personal. So I don't want, you let me know when things become personal, I'll stop recording, because it becomes personal very fast, because now there are pains that we all going through that we are trying to block and meditate our asses out of. No, we can't. Meditation doesn't work for that, because it'll mask it, it'll block it, but the pain of me not seeing my kids for 5 years will stay. So I can become extremely meditative and blow through my left nostril and blow into my right and keep farting some weird ways. Shit's gonna stay. And people say, well, you gotta let that go. I cannot. It's not let goable. It's an impossibility, because that's my children and that's my blood. And that's my ex, and that's my 80 other exes that I had in these 5 years. I ain't letting nobody go, because I can't, nor should I even, or should I try. It's an impossibility. They're all inside my chromosomes. No need, just love them. Accept what's happening, try to do it better next time, try to better it with them. Make peace. Having said that, what's hurting you? That's making your memory forget the word after only 4 words. What, by the way, what were the words?
See, it was ocean, esophagus, finger bag, stars.
Exactly. So see, you want to add a few, or that's okay. Okay, so I said the star. Your turn.
Bird.
Bird. Okay. Ocean. Esophagus. Finger. Bag. Star. bird, paddle,
Ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, star, bird, and paddle.
your turn.
Balloon,
Balloon. Huh. All right. Ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, star, bird, paddle, balloon, car.
ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, star, bird, balloon, car.
So hold on, don't rush. Star, bird. See how you
Paddle.
see? No, see. Hold on. See, you're rushing because you're trying something the other way. What you should do is relax. Don't rush, because memory is actually wanting you to relax. Because when you rush, you'll forget.
Goes to that.
Well, yeah, because you're trying to keep it in your short term. That's where it's gonna get lost. You need to put it in a longer term. So tomorrow you remember. So you said
Let me start again. I went ocean,
ocean.
esophagus,
Okay.
finger,
Okay.
bag, star,
Challenging.
yeah, it'll be very challenging.
I can help you make it very much less challenging. Once you understand how your memory works, you'll see why it's difficult. Because you're trying. See, I'm not trying. I'll tell you how slowly I say it. Watch. Ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, star, bird, paddle, balloon, car. Now I can't forget it, even if I want to. It's stuck because I make it stuck, because I relax myself and I do a certain technique that makes my memory more capable, as opposed to rushing and stressing. So we have several areas of memory: short, medium, long, super long, genetic, chromosomal. We're not dealing with chromosomal, we're just dealing with short and medium term memory here. So short term memory is designed to remember something real quick, like a phone number, like a sequence that the operator will tell you, remember, put this in the phone. So you go, okay, 737 452, 737 452, 737, okay, bam bam, and you forgot. That's great for that.
All the time.
Right. Somebody says something, you do it. Okay, make sure you just go and get something in a minute. Okay, in a minute. Okay, that's a little longer, but still. So that memory can hold up to 7 objects. In people who are real trained, okay, 8. In real good ones, 9. Not more than 10. Even trained ones cannot hold more than 10 digits short term. It doesn't have space for that, because it's quick and it's limited. Now, this game tricks people to think that you have to use the so that's why they go fast. They try to keep it, and they repeat it in their head. Okay, so ocean, esophagus, finger. Okay, ocean, esophagus, finger, bag, and you repeat these meaningless words. There's no meaning. It's just a bunch of words. So once we reach 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, people start forgetting, because they're stressing and they're putting it all in short term. Now, I make all these words into one. It's like mnemonic, they say, you know. So I imagine an ocean. See, imagine. And in that ocean, it's this thing sticking out, up an esophagus of a human being. And I imagine that's pretty weird shit. Says this shit's sticking out. Now, how can I forget that? I'll remember it tomorrow. And especially if you make references sexual or perverted, oh, those stick. That's deeper levels of brain activity. So then I imagine taking my finger and putting it inside that esophagus, right in it. Well, that kind of is gross. I've done it. in a hospital. I put fingers in people's throats, reaching esophagus, reaching trachea. So it's kind of something I've done. Okay, so then this whole nonsense is just, it's like, what do I got to do? I put it in the bag. This makes sense. And I take it to a star. I put the whole bag, like the whole bag, I'll put it on a star, burning star, and the bag's gonna, I imagine, see, so I don't confuse what came before what. So the star came after the bag, so I know I have to put the bag onto a star, burning star. It's not gonna be okay for the bag, but for now it's gonna be okay.
The bag came before the star.
Absolutely. So I put the bag on a star. And the bag has esophagus with my finger and then the whole ocean in it. So the whole thing is getting crazy. Now, then, the star is like this beautiful little star now. It's not so big actually. And I put it on the wing of a bird. So now the bird's flying with a little star. See how you forget that? I imagine these things, and now instead of having 7, 8, 9 words, it's just one beautiful story. And I don't have to even stress. I see people stressing. I say, and when they go fast, I can't make a story. I say, hold on, slow down. I need to like.
Well, that's brilliant.
It's brilliant because now you see. So how do I know? Because I read how memory works, and it's a real basic knowledge of how the memory works. So now the bird is flying, and obviously it's gonna land right here. So I see it, like I'm seeing the bird right sitting with the star on its wing. How do you forget that? And on the other side, to balance my paddle, there's a balloon. So I got a bird here, a balloon here. So tomorrow you ask me, I say, yeah, of course I remember. And then car is driving, and the balloon, and this whole contraption, but the balloon will be there like this, literally. Like balloon is here, and the car is gonna just smash this whole balloon first, and then the whole thing will be smashed. But it needs to be a little violence and a little sex. The more of that, the easier that the brain kind of links, you know, violence, because these are the old triggers: violence, sex, perverted, all that craziness, destruction. Pleasantries don't really get linked so strongly. It's the fear.
My grandmother said there's never been a good poem written over a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard that?
One needed, I didn't hear that particular, but one needs to suffer to create something. We all create something from suffering, not from just chilling. And all those books that we read about Buddha and Jesus, they don't tell us what shit they ate before they got so enlightened. They had to eat some serious, nasty ass, dark, tragic, mind-ripping, soul-wrenching shit. And then they don't tell us what that was.
That's half the story.
They tell us how they got enlightened. Oh, no. You need a real fucked up dark shit to get anything. Like, I had to go through 4 years of my suicidal shit, a lot. And the reason I'm happy I did, because if I went through 1 year, I wouldn't have been as cognizant of the pain. Oh, I really suffered that pain.
I bet you did, because you have an amazing, strong mind, a big mind.
Because it got strong by that pain. And good that I didn't take ayahuasca and sped it up. I took conventional pills just to trying to make it, trying to go to work. I haven't missed a day of work, but I was at work like a shadow. People say, like, are you okay? Like, are you sick? Yeah, I just had a bad night. Didn't get a good sleep. Oh, okay. And that continued for 4 years with the black circles behind my, below my eyes. Oh, but people kind of like took liking to me because I was calm, depressed out of my wits, but very pleasant. And when I woke up, people say, hey, you sick, what's going on?
You were humble.
I was I was humble in my suicidal shit. Now I'm not humble. I woke up. So I need to learn a little humility, because people flip. Like day before yesterday, the guy literally wanted to punch me, my friend in the gym. Still wants to punch me because I told him his son hates him. That's all I told him. And he will hate him even more. And not only that, I told him, you hate your son as well. Oh, that shit flipped the living lights out of him.
Not everybody's ready to be.
Well, and then he says, oh, you projecting. I said, sure I am. My son hates me too. But my projection is hitting, it's right on. We all project all the time. For me to say something, I have to have experience of it. Empathy is based on projection. I know my pain. If I see a person, oh, I think he's in pain too. And he's going, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Well, then I know for real he's in pain. Then I hit it. But what I'm trying to say is, those are universal rules that if we ignore them, or for example, like a good example is a Catholic priest. He ignores not only reproduction, but even like sexual side of his life, just in general. He cannot be with women. So you think that's okay. And he's, you know, they're okay looking people on a surface. They're all godly. They're all getting in their 40s and 50s. Then they get diabetic, hypertensive, the usual. Get heart attacks. They get cancer. A lot of them get cancer because they coop shit up. They're not supposed to. And they do molest kids a little bit. Hopefully not too much. But you see how that purity, that sanctity backfires into something atrocious. Because you can't do that to a human. Oh, but I'm holy. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's what's holy. The only thing that's holy is in you, and your shit is your shit. Nothing else is holy. It's the only true thing in you is your shit. Everything else is fake. Oh. Oh, yeah. So you see, having a person like you next to me is a rare treat, because yes, you are extremely sentient. You feel a lot and you know a lot, and you've experienced so much, and you've been into dark a lot. So I don't have to elaborate too much. You feel me. Once you said to me that phrase, you said to me, you've been into a dark place. So that's why you talk like this. See, people don't understand why I talk like this, with conviction. I asked, do you hear doubt in me? Do I sound like, oh, I don't think so, I doubt? I see, you doubt, you keep doubting. Do I sound like I doubt? Yeah, but you know, you talk like this, maybe, how do you know? I said, well, try it and see. I can't prove it until you try and see how that is gonna make you feel.
I think that you speak with conviction, but you're not done with the quest. So
oh, I haven't, I'm
you know a lot, but you also know, because if you knew it all, you wouldn't still be as...
I wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be as inquisitive.
I wouldn't be here. First, let me tell you what I'm really curious about. I'm curious as to how to take what I have and apply it to, as you said, you had a very interesting phrase, population. We're living in a society, and as antisocial as I may sound, or as much as I'd like to bash certain rules that society is having, going out of its way to uphold certain morals, certain craziness that our society for thousands of years has been fanatical about upholding. And I say these rules are crazy, they're unnatural for humans. Well, we're not animals, we're humans. Oh, but that's true too. See, but we are forgetting the human features that we need to, like stardom. That's a very human. So let's be all stars, because that's very human. And most people are, oh no, I'm fine. No, I don't want. No, I want to just just do my thing. And easy does it. I said no, easy doesn't do it. It's the ones who strive, reach for the stars, they say. So that's human. Helping each other is human. Being open, not lying to each other, that's human. Now, to smoke and drink, that's an anti-human thing. And not only that, to ignore procreation is a disaster. It's the biggest disaster that we don't understand as a human race. What we are putting ourselves up against when we ignored procreation. You cannot ignore it. Like, do you feel that you want to have children or no? You.
I think I
You love children. That's why you don't have any. Because you're too good. And this society is scared of you having children because you're gonna make, I told you, you're gonna make a Napoleon or a Einstein that's gonna create some weird nuclear situation. Quantum disaster. Yeah, Elon Musk shit. Gonna create a monster. AI. You know, Elon Musk, he worried about two things. He said, Joe Rogan said, what are you worried about? Elon, what's keeping you up at night? He goes, I'll tell you right now. AI. You people, he goes, you don't hear what I'm telling you. AI is gonna fuck us up. We're gonna create a monster that we're not gonna be able to control.
We're like Frankenstein. We're building Frankenstein.
So he says, you keep doing what you're doing, but we gotta understand what we're dealing with, because this artificial intelligence shit is already fucking us up. I called the bank, oh, the system doesn't let me get, I said, well, wait a second. System doesn't let you. So who's controlling who? System, you or you the system? Get me someone who can override the system, who has the authority, who has the code to put in so you can give me what I need. I'm calling a human. Yeah, but the computer is not letting me. How many times you hear this? Say, well, you make the computer let you. You force it. You convince it. I can't. I'll say, well, get me a supervisor. Supervisor can't either. Well, I'll call CEO. And you know what? CEOs can. Oh, they always can. Because they know the code. And I don't even reach CEOs. I reach their secretary. The CEO secretary helped me figure out so many issues. I've returned my money. I've had compensations from companies, like crazy stuff. I call CEO. I write an email. This is Dr. Vaknansky. With all due respect and all admiration that I have for you, please, this atrocity has to stop. 3 months I'm being harassed for $1,000 for my Maserati key that I forgot to return. I have it right here. Now they're charging me $1,070 for a freaking key. I understand I say the Toyota key probably is 100, maybe 150 bucks. It's like a remote key. But yours, the fob. Yeah, but it's a Maserati. I said, listen, the chip is the same as Toyota. So just because it has a nice little trident, like a Neptune of a Maserati, that doesn't make it $1,000. Just overcharge people. Okay, give me a discount. I'll pay a few $100. I'll be reasonable. I did forget to return one of the two keys. So no, we cannot do it. It's impossible. We already we leased it again, and we already compensated the person. We made another key, so now you have to compensate us. Say, well, screw that. I ain't paying $1,000. No way. No, but this is you cannot. This is nothing you can do. I say, watch me. I do. I just need some time. So I sat down after like 4 months of this harassment, and I wrote a letter. I said, who's your CEO? Alley Financial, multi-billion-dollar loan company, leasing company. Oh, we don't know the CEO. I said, you don't know. How about Joe Smith Jr.? Google right there. You can Google it. And that's his email. So I'm gonna write an email to him. Oh yeah, go right ahead. Whatever. I say, watch. I write an email. I get a response, you know when? 2 hours later from the office. Oh, so sorry for the trouble. Let us look into this, please. Thank you for being patient, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you 15 times. Like, whoa, now we talking. So all right, thank you, I can't thank. So the lady kept talking to me for a week, kept writing to me every 2-3 days. I said, we're still on it. Sorry for a delay. I'm like, whoa, you're like an angel. And then a week, maybe 10 days later, I get an email. Dr. Vaknansky, we'd like to inform you that we are sorry for all the trouble. You don't have to worry about this again. There's no more. We've resolved the issue, and we wish you happiness and love, peace and love. I'm like, whoa. I think I called her. She spoke to me on the phone and said, wait a sec. Like, I do feel guilty. I mean, I forgot. My wife returned it. She forgot to return the key. So yeah, we did screw up. Can I, first of all, she goes, no, we don't need the key because the car's been already gone. I said, well, can I give you like at least like $100? That's just like, courtesy. Or nah, she goes, no, don't worry. Like, now she made me feel that I owed her. She goes, no, we just like to apologize to you and peace and love. I'm like, see, you see this? 4 months of craziness. When I call proper people, things get resolved. People say, no, 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 no. You can do it. I say to people, you tell me I cannot do this. We flew to the moon. And we could do that. We had no computers back then. Very primitive computers. We had like a ruler and a piece of paper. We kind of like calculated it with a calculator. All the trajectories. And we sent people to the moon. Because we believed we could. And we could. Now you tell me I can figure this thing. Can get a... In the hotel they tell me, oh, I went to my medical school. No, you can't visit medical school because we don't know who you are. I said, seriously, watch. Let me get the director of your security and I'll visit. The director called me and said, I'm the alumnus, such and such. Oh, we're so happy to have you. Call this guy. I called the dean. Dean says, oh, Abraham, you sound as crazy as you were then. Let me send you a packet with the gifts and with the 2 IDs. Please come and call me tomorrow. This was like a month, 2 weeks ago in Grenada. I went to visit my medical school.
Good time?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, a little nostalgic.
How long did you stay?
This is an interesting video. We're gonna be back after these messages.